Have you ever noticed how the absolute shortest stories often contain the most powerful blueprints for success? Well, welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to completely deconstruct a surprisingly deep children's tale, Bruno the Brave Monkey and the Crystal Forest. We're going to dive right into the mechanics of this story to reveal exactly why kindness is the specific, functional mechanism that helps our protagonist succeed so brilliantly. So, think about this for a second. How exactly does one monkey manage to unlock an ancient temple in just 60 seconds? We're going to treat this 1-minute script like an absolute masterclass in narrative design. I mean, going from a regular walk in the woods to literally unlocking a hidden ancient temple in under a minute, that is a massive character arc. We're going to map out exactly how that success is achieved so rapidly and uncover the specific cheat code Bruno uses to accelerate his adventure. All right, let's establish our baseline. Picture this. We are dropped right into a magical crystal forest at sunrise. It is gorgeous, sparkling blue trees, colorful butterflies everywhere, all bathed in this soft golden light. And here we meet Bruno. He's this cute baby monkey rocking a red scarf and a small blue backpack, and he's happily jumping from branch to branch, actively looking for a fun adventure. But, here's the secret of storytelling. A beautiful environment and a willing protagonist just aren't enough on their own. Something actually has to happen. Now here's where things get really interesting. The crucial turning point is how Bruno's personal journey gets interrupted. The adventure doesn't just, fall from the sky in the form of a treasure map. It comes as a literal interruption. Bruno notices a tiny glowing turtle trapped between some rocks in a river, and this rescue mission, that's the catalyst. If Bruno had simply ignored the turtle to just keep having fun on his own, his whole adventure would have flatlined right then and there. His willingness to stop and solve someone else's problem is the precise reason he's about to succeed. And let's look at the actual tangible effort Bruno puts in here. He doesn't just stand there and offer sympathy, right? He uses his environment to physically perform a rescue. He hears the turtle plead, "Please help me." He actively searches for a tool, finding a long bamboo stick on the riverbank, and then uses it as physical leverage to move the rock. So why does kindness actually help Bruno succeed? Because his kindness isn't passive. It's an applied problem-solving action. Once the turtle is finally free and says thank you, Bruno replies with a very simple truth. Friends always help each other. And honestly, this line is the moral thesis of the entire story. It establishes kindness not just as some abstract theme, but as a total reflex. Bruno doesn't help because he's expecting some grand reward. He helps because he genuinely views compassion as a fundamental rule of his universe. And ironically, it's exactly that pure motivation that ends up triggering his massive reward. Talk about an incredible return on investment. Using a basic bamboo stick to free a trapped turtle directly nets Bruno a glowing key to an ancient vine-covered jungle temple. I mean, the story is showing us a completely direct, immediate cause and effect. Compassion is the input, and a magical crystal key is the output. Actually, if we map this out chronologically, it's wild to see just how rapid this cause and effect relationship is. 10 seconds in, he meets the trapped turtle. By 20 seconds, he's actively performing the rescue with the bamboo stick. By 30 seconds, boom, his reward is presented, and he's unlocking a temple door. And by 40 seconds, he's literally inside a crystal treasure haul. This rapid timeline proves that within this narrative's architecture, helping others is simply the most efficient path to elevating your own status. So when Bruno finally gets inside and is marveling at the floating lights, the magical crystal vines, and of course, the magical bananas, the turtle explicitly reveals the story's underlying formula. Only kind hearts can find this place. This right here is the ultimate proof of why kindness helps him succeed. Kindness is the literal prerequisite. It's the VIP pass required to access the treasure. You absolutely cannot brute force your way into this crystal temple. The door exclusively responds to the metric of a kind heart. What this shows us is that the story is meticulously engineered to reward empathy. We so often think of superpowers as, super strength or flying or laser vision, but turning a kind heart into a functional superpower that unlocks success, that's the core narrative formula at play here. Bruno succeeds where others might fail because his empathy literally allows him to unlock doors that would remain completely invisible to anyone who's only looking out for themselves. As the source material for our explainer wraps up, Bruno and the turtle are waving goodbye under the stunning sunset with colorful birds flying overhead. And Bruno states, every adventure begins with kindness. That perfectly synthesizes the core message. It totally reframes our entire understanding of how to start a journey. You don't start by aggressively looking for treasure. You start by looking for ways to be of service to the people around you. Okay, let's bring this back to reality for a second. While you and I probably aren't going to find magical bananas growing from crystal vines during our commute today, this breakdown brilliantly shows how everyday kindness acts as a universal key. Think of empathy as an interactive currency. When you spend it, you build trust, you forge real connections, and you naturally position yourself to receive guidance from others. Compassion unlocks absolutely amazing, unexpected opportunities in our own world, just as mechanically and reliably as it did for Bruno.
So, as we wrap up our analysis of this perfectly structured 60-second narrative, I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. What unexpected doors could a simple act of kindness open for you today? The very next time your personal journey is interrupted by someone needing a bit of help, remember Bruno's bamboo stick. Because that interruption, it might just be the exact catalyst you need for your next great adventure. Keep learning, keep being kind, and I will catch you in the next explainer.